Hi, I'm Dr. Keith Pressey. Today we're going to be talking about just-in-time training, otherwise known as just-in-time learning. We're going to take a look at what it is, why it's important, what some benefits are, a few examples, and we're also going to be walking through a scenario. First off, when we talk about just-in-time learning, we mean just that. At the precise moment that someone needs this training, that training needs to be there, ready to utilize immediately, just in time when the user needs that information. How is this different from traditional training? Well, we've all sat in classrooms and attended training sessions that lasted for maybe 45 minutes, maybe 2 to 3 days in length. And at the end of those sessions, we may have been given a test to allow us to the opportunity to show what you learned by answering some questions correctly. And then after that, you return to your work center, perhaps armed with some workbooks and maybe a certificate that were your takeaways. That's traditional training. One way to show the power of just-in-time learning is to take that traditional training and reshape it, repurpose it, and deliver it in such a way that users can pluck small chunks of that overall training and then use that information, which is exactly what they need to get the job done or to otherwise solve a problem and return back to work. Just-in-time training is important because it's a way to give users the information when they need it. It's gaining popularity, and it's also like pay-per-view or streaming video that we access on demand, like from Netflix or Amazon. Same thing here, except we're accessing instructional models on demand. What are some benefits? Well, just-in-time learning allows users to quickly return to full productivity when they need help. Time is precious, as we all know. So the quickest that we can return back to what we're doing and overcome the problem that slowed us down, the better off we are. Here are some examples of where just-in-time learning might be appropriate. A technician who is servicing an air conditioning system needs to know how to safely extract the cooling fluid from that system. That would be a good example of just-in-time learning. Another example might be a help desk agent who needs to help a user find the on-off switch of a particular hardware device. So in this case, a help desk agent would access the just-in-time learning to show the user where the on-off switch is. Another example might be a student who needs a refresher about how to increase the rigor of her guided responses to her peers' discussion posts. Whether it's a one-page document with several images or a 10-second video clip that demonstrates a process or subtask, or a quick how-to guide that walks users through some steps, just-in-time learning can take many forms. Let's walk through a scenario. Let's say you watch a 20-minute video about how to navigate eCollege. In this video, you learn about how to view your assignments and your instructor's feedback, how to ask your instructor a question, how to submit an assignment, etc. So after watching this 20-minute video, we've got that information. Well, let's fast forward 6 months. You're working on a research paper and want to know if the source you're considering is suitable for academic writing. You remember that there's somewhere in the classroom where you can find this information, but you've looked around and now you're stumped. What do? One thing you might consider is to go back and watch that 20-minute video again about eCollege navigation and hope that the information's there. So that's what you do. You sit through 15 minutes of that video again until you finally find the information you need. Great. But now 15 minutes have gone by until you could find those actual nuggets of information that you need. And that can get pretty frustrating. I've been there. Now enter just-in-time training. Good instructional designers are respectful of viewers' time and realize that users' time is precious. So to help out the effort, Christy, an e-learning developer who just received her master's degree from Ashford, decides to go the extra mile and add a second training document about how to navigate e-college. When she's doing this, Christy realizes that adult learners definitely are not time wasters. They're busy adults with busy schedules. They simply don't have the time to sit through an entire video if they're just looking for one small bit of information. So Christy adds something to the original training video that will allow learners to quickly access those small bits of information without having to sit through and sift through the other information. She also realizes that by doing this, she'll be increasing the satisfaction of her students by helping them get their work done more efficiently. Here's Christy's just-in-time implementation that will save viewers time and frustration and allow viewers to quickly get the knowledge they need and get back to being productive within a very short time. The answer was to add a table of contents to the original document and then to call this second document e-college refresher. This way, those students who have already viewed the original presentation will have a job aid that will help them to quickly click on the hyperlinks and get just that information they need within a very short time. Basically get in, get out, get the information, and then they can continue to be productive. And that's the beauty of just-in-time training. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.